Right now, AABJ's in contact. Lots of questions and concerns brewing on Capitol Hill. President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks now haven't approved themselves worthy for confirmation.
Plus, Georgia's longest-running criminal trial comes to an end weeks after Atlanta rapper Young Thug takes a plea deal.
'Tis the season of giving, shopping, and traveling. We have everything you need to know as you prepare for the Christmas holiday. AABJ's in contact starts right now.
Be informed, you gotta know what's going on in our community. So together we can make a change, you and me. Yeah, be in contact.
Welcome to In Contact, the Atlanta Association of Black Journalists award-winning broadcast. I'm Kennedy Felton.
And I'm Tyrik Wynn. 'Tis the season for new beginnings. Don't you just love this time of year?
Yes, so exciting. It's my favorite time of year, and we are here to get you, our viewers, in the holiday spirit. We have lots of news you could use around Metro Atlanta and the country.
First, President-elect Donald Trump's transition to the White House. With Republicans now in control of the Senate, many of Trump's cabinet nominees were expected to enjoy a smooth transition process, but a few of his picks are facing controversy. That includes Pete Hegseth, who's up for Defense Secretary. According to CNN, he's vowing not to drink anymore if he's confirmed for the job. Former Representative Matt Gaetz withdrew from consideration for Attorney General after disturbing allegations came out about him. NBC News reports Gaetz is accused of illicit drug use and sexual misconduct with a teen. Florida's former Attorney General Pam Bondi has been named as his replacement.
And Trump's attorneys are now trying to get the racketeering case against him out of Fulton County dismissed. This is the case District Attorney Fonnie Willis is leading. According to NBC News, Trump's attorney asked the Georgia Appeals Court to throw it all out because, quote, a sitting president is completely immune from indictment or any criminal process, state or federal. Trump was convicted of felony charges in New York, but sentencing has been put on hold.
Well, the longest running criminal trial in Georgia's history is officially over. The YSL trial started back in 2022. The last two defendants received verdicts just this month. In October of this year, Atlanta rapper Young Thug, one of the defendants in the case, became a free man after accepting a plea deal. So instead of spending 40 years incarcerated, the rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, is banned from the city of Atlanta for the next decade and will spend 15 years on probation.
The biolab facility in Conyers is making progress after a hazardous fire there back in September. The company says the site is now stabilized and has entered a project management phase to continue remediation efforts. The plumes of chlorine gas from a sprinkler malfunction impacted thousands of people. This led to evacuations, shelter-in-place orders, and a strong smell of chlorine in the air. The biolab has since partially reopened. And many Atlanta natives are not happy about this next story, the closure of a beloved restaurant. This is it. Southern Kitchen Barbecue and Seafood is closing its Panola Road location. The business posted to social media that the closure is due to a new GDOT development. The restaurant has two other locations, one in Decatur and another in Stockbridge. I never got out to that restaurant, but I hear so many good things about it.
I know, I never ate there, but I be seeing their commercials on there. They be like, no rib tips.
Yes. So, I mean, they do still have those other two locations. Maybe they will open another one closer because I have to try it out. And I'm not driving all the way to Stockbridge to go try it.
Well, a new mural in downtown Atlanta is turning heads and honoring decades-long international partnership. This year, Atlanta and Lagos, Nigeria are celebrating 50 years as sister cities. The relationship established in 1974 has resulted in many collaborative projects over the years. The mural was created by Nigerian-born artists now living in Atlanta and features a woman dancing among Georgia's dogwood blossoms. According to a quote from Atlanta News First, the artist says that the piece is inspired by the idea that some people leave home and lose touch with their cultural identity. He hopes that it serves as a reminder to embrace your roots. The new mural can be found on Decatur Street across from the old Walgreens.
Well, he went from wearing a football jersey to a Santa suit. We're talking about the beloved Santa Blair, who died unexpectedly this year.
This is now the first Christmas families across the nation aren't being blessed with his joy. Our colleague Tanasia joins us now for a look at how the late and great Dr. Kenneth Blair is being remembered.
Thanks, Kennedy and Tyrik. Santa Blair meant a lot to Black families. After noticing a lack of representation, he made it his mission to deliver love, joy, and peace. He was most recently known for spreading holiday cheer when dressed as Jolly Saint Nick. but he had already shown the nation his unique flair. The Oklahoma City native and former NFL player was personable, turning each play from on the football field into a real-life practice. He made appearances at Walt Disney World, morning talk show The View, and he's even made stops here in Atlanta. When he wasn't portraying Santa, Blair spent time coaching and teaching young people, which was his passion. Blair died back on March 16th at the age of 65. As families gather for the holidays, Dr. Kenneth Blair's legacy will be both remembered and celebrated. Happy holidays. Kennedy and Tyrik, back to you.
Thanks, Tanasia. Hey, we're helping you get your holiday shopping done. Now, we're not paying for it, but we're going to help you in another big way.
That's right. Christmas is right around the corner, so we want to give you some last-minute shopping tips to save money and stay stress-free. Number 1, create a budget and stick to it. 2, look for deals and use your coupons and discount codes. 3, if you're shopping online, go over those items in your cart. Make sure that you're not overbuying anything. And lastly, if you don't know what to buy, just give a gift card. And as I just read that, I just thought of an idea.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. Get Tim Cook on the phone, Apple support. Okay, if you're like me and you get gift cards, which are amazing, I just am so quick to pull out my phone and do Apple Pay for everything that I just hold on to these gift cards and don't use them. So like Apple Pay gift cards.
That's a good idea. Yeah, they need to pay you for that.
Listen, you're always one person away from knowing someone.
Exactly.
Someone out there knows how to get this idea going. Yeah. And you heard it here first.
Exactly. And I'm glad we're talking about this because I've been meaning to ask you, like, I ain't seen my Christmas gift. You ain't asked me what I wanted yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
Well, it's actually gonna be a gift card, but you just ruined it.
Oh, dang. Well,
so
hey, at least
I can't get you anything now. So.
Wait, no. Hold on now. We didn't say all that.
Well, we're going to keep this show going. Millions of people are expected to travel along the roads and in the skies for the end of the year holidays.
Now, we all know how congested the roads and the airport get here in Atlanta, so our colleague Tianna Faulkner joins us with a special guest to get you ready for the Christmas and New Year travel plans.
Thank you, Tyrik and Kennedy. My name is Tianna Faulkner, and today we have a very special guest, Herschel Grandin Jr. from the world's busiest airport in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson International. Mr. Grandin is a member of the Communications and Media Affairs team at Hartsfield. His 17-year aviation career makes him the perfect person to prepare us all for holiday travel. Thank you, Mr. Grandin, for joining us today. Let's jump right in.
All right, thanks for having me.
So how many travelers do you anticipate traveling through Atlanta this holiday season, and what is that number like compared to previous years?
Well, it's a little early to talk about Christmas and New Year's, but so we'll talk about Thanksgiving. We had projected 4.2 million passengers to come through during the Thanksgiving holiday period, which is an increase over last year. And we've started to really rebound a lot since the pandemic, as the whole aviation industry has. We had 109 million passengers in 2019, which was a record for any airport. And since we've gone through the pandemic and gotten over that whole situation, we have 108 million projected for this year. And by 2029, we're projecting to have about 125 million passengers.
That's a lot of passengers.
Indeed.
So let's talk safety. What security measures are being taken to ensure that there's safety for passengers traveling through Hartsfield?
Yeah, so we have a collaborative effort between the Atlanta Police Department, Atlanta Fire Department, ATL Enforcement, Customs and Border Protection, the TSA, our local airports, security and operations teams, as well as the local jurisdictions around the airport. We all work together to cover all bases. So we want to also encourage our passengers to help us in that effort as well. If you see something, say something. You want to make sure you're situationally aware, make sure you're aware of your surroundings as well as where your belongings are, so you can help us help you.
That makes a lot of sense. So during the holiday seasons, you know, lines and wait times at the airport can be extremely long due to flight and security check-ins and even baggage claims. So, you know, how is airport management planning to handle the holiday crowds, and what time-saving tips do you have for passengers?
So let me push back just a little bit. So lines are long during the holiday season, but if you look at the lines, we run them very efficiently. And if you look at the queues, a lot of times it's a volume type of issue going on. But if you look at the queues, you see the passengers are moving efficiently through the line. So we like to make sure that we are the world's busiest and the most efficient. And if you take a look at the security checkpoints, you see that we are efficient. We just try our best to work with our airport partners so that we can properly staff for the peak periods. And again, going back to the passenger helping us help them, you can also help yourself by taking a look at our website, atl.com. You can follow us on all social media platforms at ATL Airport. You get real-time information on security wait times as well as parking. And also, I encourage everyone to, just like we've said even before the pandemic, make sure you get to the airport at least 2.5 to 3 hours early for your flight, 4 hours for an international flight, because you just never know what may happen. So we'll try to make sure that we cover all bases with contingency plans.
In Atlanta, you never know.
Sure don't.
So, how does the airport plan to handle potential flight delays and cancellations due to inclement and severe weather?
So it goes back to collaboration and communications. We try to make sure that we work with our airport partners, and also try to encourage everyone to remember that the aviation industry is an interdependent system. And what I mean by that is, if it's sunny and beautiful like it is today here in Atlanta, but we have a snowstorm in Philadelphia, or God forbid a hurricane in Miami, it's going to affect the entire system. So again, it's important to just be prepared and stay informed. Follow your respective airlines' websites as well as our website, so that you know exactly what's going on with the weather as well as any type of flight cancellations or delays.
That's really important to keep. Just go to the website, see what's going on here and at your destination.
Exactly.
So, again, people will likely be traveling with gifts and foods. Are there any specific items passengers need to declare or pack differently due to the holiday regulations? You want to bring along grandma's cake and fruit cake and gifts.
Cranberry sauce.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, the rules are the same year round, so you just want to make sure that you adhere to all the rules that the TSA has put in place. If you go to tsa.gov, they have a section of their website that says, "What can I bring?" And it details everything. And also, your airlines will have their own specifications. And one thing I want to make sure everyone is aware, please do not pack any weapons in your carry-on bags.
Oh, yes.
Because you will get caught, and you potentially may go to jail, and you're going to clog up the line as well. So you're going to go to jail, everybody's going to be mad at you because you're clogging up the line, and it's just not a good situation for anybody. One thing I learned recently from one of our TSA partners, and I don't know why I didn't think about this, it's good to start with an empty bag before you start packing. A lot of times, we put our bags in storage from the last trip and don't look at them again, but you want to make sure your bag is empty. That way you know exactly what's in it. There's nothing prohibited inside that bag.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much, Mr. Grandgent, for joining us today to talk about tips and tricks for a smooth and safer travel through Atlanta.
My pleasure.
We here at In Contact wish you all the best and a safe and happy holidays. Back to you, Tyrik and Kennedy.
Thanks, Tianna. Next, we want to get a few stories that has the internet buzzing.
Our colleague Vivian Gilbert is giving us the scoop. Hey, Vivian.
Kennedy and Tyrik, thank you. I'm Vivian Gilbert. Here's what's buzzing. First, music legend Beyonce is set to perform at NFL's halftime show on Christmas Day. The Houston Texans will take on the Baltimore Ravens at NRG Stadium, which is in Houston, Beyonce's hometown. Netflix will stream the game live starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time so that the Beehive and football fans can be entertained from the comfort of their homes. Meanwhile, the one and only Denzel Washington is showing us how black and proud he is. He revealed he will be starring in the movie Black Panther 3 as the character Chacamir. The iconic film, based on the 1966 Marvel comic, earned a loyal fan base back in 2018. The cast included Angela Bassett, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, and the late Chadwick Boseman. Denzel Washington says Black Panther 3 will be one of his last movies before he retires. Every day, Black history is being made, and just like that, the Harriet Tubman is a general in the Maryland National Guard. Tubman is known for her work along the Underground Railroad, leading enslaved Black people to freedom. On Veterans Day this year, Maryland's Governor, Wes Moore, and so many others honored Tubman for her service, making it all official. That's it for now. Kennedy and Tyrik, back to you.
Thanks, Vivian. Before we go, we want to make sure you and your family have plans for the holidays. Kwanzaa is celebrated from December 26th to January 1st. The week-long holiday honors African heritage and culture and celebrates 7 principles including unity, self-determination, and community symbolized through ceremonies, meaningful gift-giving, and the lighting of the Canard. There are a couple of Kwanzaa events happening around town. The Total Dance Danciel production, the 27th annual Kwanzaa celebration, will take place on Saturday, December 28th at 2 p.m. at the City of South Fulton Southwest Arts Center, and the annual Kwanzaa celebration will take place at the Auburn Avenue Research Library on Monday, December 30th at 6 p.m.
Now to a family-friendly event in northern Atlanta that will brighten up the holiday season. The Magic of Lights drive-through holiday lights experience. It consists of over a mile of dazzling Christmas lights, bringing classic holiday scenes and characters to life in a colorful way. Some of the displays include Holiday Barbie, Bigfoot monster truck, and dinosaurs of prehistoric Christmas. Wow. Guests will enjoy the festive lights from the luxury of their own vehicles. Magic of Lights is now open at the Dixie Speedway and runs until January 4th. Well, that does it here for us. Thank you so much for joining us on this last episode of the year of 2024.
Remember to stay updated with In Contact and the Atlanta Association of Black Journalists on social media. A special thanks to our partners at AIB Network for helping to make this broadcast possible. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
And we will see you back here next year.